Keep Right with Ralph K. Ginorio. The Enemy Within. There is a growing gap between the sensibilities, values, and objectives of the West's leftist rulers and its peoples. Self-consciously, elite institutions and privileged individuals offer us order, a managed life within a rules-based international system. In the United States, the progressive leaders of the Democrat Party ape European bureaucrats, technocrats, and aristocrats who have ruled their peoples since World War II, really from time immemorial. So also do left-leaning academic, media, cultural, and corporate institutions. In the United States, Argentina, and elsewhere, this globalizing and homogenizing cabal has been momentarily rebuked. Donald Trump and Javier Milei are but the most dramatic of presidents who are restoring the primacy of the nation state, free markets, traditional norms, and boisterous free expression. Called disruptors, these leaders and their allies and supporters are despised by those aforementioned elites. Throughout the third millennium, the post-Cold War Western world has been cleaving in two as the advocates of a new secular and transnational global order try to gain decisive power over the liberty-loving remnants of the Judeo-Christian Western tradition. When they do hold power, these elites do much as the Biden administration did. They suppress dissent, control speech, demonize their opponents, and twist the legal system into prosecuting opponents as thought criminals. Today's leftists are faithful to their communist roots in that they are utterly uninterested in being part of a pluralistic, multi-party, free society where elections determine results. These would-be saviors intend to plan out the future on their own terms without interference from populations composed of who they deem to be emotionally immature, ill-educated, and unqualified peasants and proletarians. To these leftist luminaries, their fitness to rule is self-evident. Only they are qualified to manage domestic politics and international relationships within the latticework of customs and procedures which constitute the rules-based global order. They see themselves as benevolent despots who manipulate the hoi polloi for everyone's benefit. In their worldview, governments worldwide must collude with one another to suppress human unpredictability for the common good. The only sustainable future is one in which these international elites possess unassailable control over the entire human population. As the Roman Empire once replaced anarchic barbarism with an orderly imperium, today's best and brightest have been increasingly displacing empowered and independent nation states with organizations like the United Nations Organization, the World Court, the World Health Organization, and so forth. To them, Western civilization is theirs to mold into whatever shape that their new order requires. This World Economic Forum devised utopia is of a humanity neutered of its aggression, spontaneity, creative spirit, and capacity for love. They mean to bring John Lennon's song Imagine to fruition, where everyone is poor and culturally interchangeable, where there is no God, there are no nations, and truth and love have been supplanted by what these elites deem to be harmony and contentment, in reality, control and conformity. For the elite, there are the challenges of rulership. For everyone else, there is a perpetual adolescence, where government guides and protects infantilized adults in loco parentis. Theirs is a millenarian vision, where everything in our current age must be purged and replaced with their heaven on earth. It is the very same future that was promised to communists by Karl Marx. Only the violent revolutionary means to achieve this end have been changed in favor of an incremental regulatory state. Absent God, whom these secularists have banished to the realms of superstition, The only possible salvation lies in the utopia that they will build on the ashes of our contemporary world. This is why nothing must be allowed to interfere with their demolition of our present and the construction of their ideal future. This is why that snippy Karen provoked her own removal at a recent KCRCC meeting in order to cry as if she were a Monty Python character in the Holy Grail, "Come see the violence inherent in the system." The job of agitators like her is to agitate. By being disruptive, she earned her violent removal. She has since raised vast sums of money, galvanized the usual suspects among our local leftists, and sent tremors of fear through our local Republicans in name only. This is why Democrats are fighting tooth and nail to preserve the corruption in our federal bureaucracy. This is how they wield power. In their minds, the public has no competence to evaluate those who govern them. It is why European leaders, from their rhino center right to the far left, are exhorting a split from Trump's America, as if they would be able to protect themselves in this dangerous world without redirecting money intended for their welfare state programs into their military's coffers. Trump refused to blindly support censorious, lawfare-employing petty bureaucrats who routinely invalidate their own elections and suppress their native populations in favor of countless Middle Eastern and African replacements. This is why we cannot live collaboratively beside today's leftists. They have no interest in coexisting with us. By their chosen actions, they are the enemies within who want to destroy the Judeo-Christian Western world. If we who woke up to reality on Election Day 2024 remain actively involved, leftists near and far will be confronted as the foes of non-utopian humanity, of liberty, and of freedom that they are. They can be outfought, outmaneuvered, and outmaneuvered and driven far from their present seats of power. If we are diligent, silly me, diligent and true, we can win back nothing less than our world. Thank you. Good day.